Hello and welcome back to the Chevron Championship. We are finally back. Once again, my name is Dorian Waller.
And I'm Alasia Davis.
And we are finally back for year 2 at the Chevron Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. Alasia, I know you're excited. We're all very excited. We have so much in store for you, Alasia. How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. It's nice weather. It's a little cloudy today, which is nice because on Monday it was super hot. Yeah, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I mean, I've been excited to get back to this for a whole year. It felt like it was so long ago since we were here, but it came pretty fast when it started hitting February. So I'm just excited to finally be back and be in the space again.
Yeah, and exactly where are we? Can you tell the people?
Okay, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Woodlands for the Chevron Championship. We'll be broadcasting today from Thursday to Sunday live each and every day starting at 9 a.m. We're just kind of here providing our own live coverage of the tournament, but this year we have a new wrinkle. We have the Golf Media Lab outside. I know a lot of fans are going to be excited about that.
Yep. It's nice because they're able to see the whole editing process holistically along with the editing lab as well as us filming. So it's a lot of attractions that are for the fans.
Yeah, I agree. And, I kind of wanted to start off this broadcast this year with something special for the people that are going to be watching. I feel like Hilliard Hall needs a little bit more acknowledgement. So the team here at KPVU-TV put together a package for y'all. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Hilliard Hall, home for many communication majors and minors. I'm Amber McKnight, News Director of Panther News Network here at KPVU-TV, and follow me.
Great. How long is this video?
As you can see to my further right, we have the Writing Center here that caters to many students on campuses who are seeking help from professional tutors to better enhance their writing skills and work on their writing assignments. Continue to follow me, please. Hilliard Hall has 4 classrooms that caters to many classes on campus. However, this one particular has a stage, as you may know, which is for public speaking and artistic performances. This classroom is designed to help students better engage with their classmates, be able to overcome stage frights, and even host lectures here from professors. Continue to follow me, please. As you can see right here is the TV Editing Lab, home for many communication majors here at Hilliard. This classroom is designed to help students work on their short films, podcasts, news packages, and even television shows. In addition, editing classes are also hosted here by instructors. Continue to follow me, please. Well, it was a pleasure giving you a tour of the beginning of this Hilliard Hall tour. I'm Amber McKnight. Up next is radio. Have fun.
Hey, my name is Dorian Waller, the sports director at KPVU-TV. Right now, I'm in the illustrious radio station. The radio station opened on Thanksgiving Day, 1982 by the first ever mass communication department head, Dr. Shirley Staples Carter. The radio station really set the tone for the rest of the department. It helped birth KPVU-TV, Lambda Pi Eta, our honor society, and the National Association of Black Journalists. Without the radio station, a lot of the organizations you see today wouldn't be here. Let's take a little look around. So, through this corridor right here, we have really the heart of the radio station, in my opinion. Right here, you have one of the offices that they work in where they record some shows where you can see Professor Lofton working and doing his magic. To the left, you have another station, and this one is really the nicest one in my opinion. You have another station where you see them do their shows, where you can see them have fun, chill out, kind of where we do in the booth. And in this one, this is where the pre-recorded music is. You can kind of hear it in the background right now. The pre-recorded music is where they basically have the pre-recorded music played throughout the whole day. So the music you hear, the slow jams, the jazz you hear, what really makes 91.3 KPVU, 91.3 KPVU, it's all in that room. But that's enough about the radio station. I'm kind of yapping right now. So let's go see what Kelsey's doing right now. Come on. Watch step, watch step. Right through this door.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Brown. I'm the PR and Marketing Director for KPVU-TV, which is located here in Hewlett Hall. And here is our soundstage room. Let me show you the cool part. To my left, we have our green screen, where students can utilize this area for their mini film projects. And my favorite part about this green screen, we get to use this for our color show performance, which you can check out on KPVU-TV's YouTube channel or our website. But let me show you the best part about the soundstage room. We have our own LED wall, Beyonce Renaissance Who. This is where students get to showcase their mini film projects, documentaries, also our logo. Here at KPVU-TV, we like to give our audience a show. Speaking of shows, let's go to the podcast room.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Panther Podcast Room, where here is a safe space. Students get to produce their own podcast shows, talk about meaningful topics, and also trending topics that's happening on campus, which is really fun. But let me show you to the best part. We have a soundproof room for our solo podcasters and also a room to record your voiceovers. But do you hear that? Exactly, nothing. Here at the podcast studio, we love good quality sound. Thank you guys for following me on this tour. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the tour.
Quiet on set. Hey, come on in. Come. I see you made it here to the studio. Let me give you a quick little studio tour. Come on, let me make sure the mics are all set up and ready to use when we shoot. And this is our home. Isn't she beautiful? So, wait, did I introduce myself? I'm so sorry, silly me. My name is Rachel Thomas, your one and only studio manager here at the KPVU TV studio here at Hilliard Hall. Let's get into the studio tour. Right here, we have our lovely anchor desk where Panther News Network and Panther Sports Zone are both shot. Not only do we shoot those shows, but we also have class that is held in here where we learn how to work cameras, work the technical aspects of shooting film. Here at this desk specifically, we not only report news, but we learn how to become anchors. We learn how to report MMJ packages and sports. So, did you think that this was just a regular studio? No. Like I said, this is our home. It's a lab, a learning environment, a place where it is okay for us to mess up and make mistakes. Not only do we shoot amazing shows here, but we learn how to shoot these amazing shows. Like I said, we learn how to set up the cameras, how to use the teleprompters, how to operate the handheld mics and properly set up lavaliers. We also learn how to read and write scripts properly, along with conducting interviews. Over here we have our lovely stage. Doesn't she look comfortable? We like our guests to feel welcome, comfy, and at home. Speaking of guests, we've had many special guests come here to the illustrious KPVU TV studio. Many special guests such as Lonnie Love, Common, T.I., Damani, which is T.I.'s son. We've had Ashley McFarland come here, and much, much more. Not only do we produce great shows, but we also, we got to get into the technical side. So let me show you the booth where we get down to the nitty gritty. Let me show you the gizmos and gadgets of how we really run this KPVU-TV studio. Right here is our control booth. Come on, let's take a look-see. Come on. So this is part of the studio personally. I'm not really an on-camera kind of gal. I work the behind-the-scenes magic. This is my place to be. As you can see in this area, it's kind of like our lounge / control booth. Like I said, we like to feel at home. We have our microwave here, refrigerator, We also have 2 Macs here, which are for editing. Whenever we shoot shows and different segments and things like that, we just come right in here, edit them, and get them going. We also over here have our sound equipment, camera equipment, and other things that are used for shooting shows. Right here is our sound system. These are corresponding to every mic that's out in the studio, 1 through 12. That's how, you get the mics going. This right here, our Blackmagic camera operator, this controls the cameras out in the studio. Did you think that we just control the cameras in the studio from the cameras? No. This bad boy right here, I could zoom in, change the colors, change the focus, do everything right there. This is our lovely Blackmagic A10. This is used to control every camera. As you can see on this TV, we control what is in program, what is in preview. Every single camera that's out in the studio, we control right here. Right here. I know it might look complicated, but it's real simple. Right here we have our HyperDecks, which is where we put our commercials. We stream the commercials that are, that you see, the PV commercials, and every commercial that you see comes from right here. In HyperDeck 2, we use this to record. Right here we have our video hub. This is how we get graphics from here to the TVs that's out in the studio. I know it seems real high tech. We get real high tech in here. Right here is our last Mac computer. And this is where we stream everything. We use StreamYard, and this is how we monitor what is going on out in the studio when we go live or pre-record anything. So, if you ever want to watch any of our shows, check out our KPVU channel on YouTube. Check out our KPVU TV channel on YouTube. I missed some points.
Well, hello. My name is Drake Stokes. I am the Assistant Studio Manager here at Hilliard Hall's KPVU-TV studio. And welcome to the Equipment Cage. Some of the things that we have to offer here are just amenities from different type of cameras, from the Kodak Pix Pro all the way up to the Blackmagic 6K. And that really kind of enhances the student availability to equipment, as well as things to, either, once again, bring up their short films, MMJs, and just all other things that allow you to really be immersed in what the communications program has to offer. As you can see, we have our film production kits here, fully equipped from all the way to a tripod, all the way down to just a small little mic that I have here. Basically, as you can see, students are able to come and check out from all different types of things. Like I said, or from the littlest small things to a battery charger, all the way down to the lenses and to our true tripods. You can see that we are really here to provide for the students, as well as kind of engage and bring up the students in any way possible for them. And I just want you to know, we see you, Chevron. Thank you.
Built in 1939, Hilliard Hall is the 3rd oldest building on campus. Technically, we call it the oldest building on campus because we haven't had any renovations since 1979. That was all the way before the radio station was built. So as you can see, I'm down here in the basement where Drake just showed you the equipment cage, and we're kind of in a little bit of a bad shape right now. We actually had a flood over the summer, so that took away like all the panels. As you can see, we have a little bit of the damage right here in the background. So all the panels on the ground got lifted up by the flood. Our professors had to move upstairs to the second floor just to have their offices. So they're all a little cramped right now. So we're just in a bad shape. But don't worry, if you want to help us out, just go to kpvutv.org and hit the donation tab and send us a little bread. You know, help us out a little bit. We're going to be expanding this area to our own bigger equipment cage. So just what you saw with Drake, but even on a larger scale. So it's going to be incredible. So with your support and your help, you can help us rebuild Hillard Hall.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not, welcome back. It's your girl KB Vibes. Keeping it real and keeping it alive. But you know what? We're still going for the vibe. Intro.
Hey. I'm so sorry.
Quiet on set. Hey, welcome in. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Studio tour, take 5.
Hey, my name is Dorian Waller, the sports director at KPVU-TV. Right now, I'm in the illustrious radio station. The radio station first opened by... My bad. That's on me. So I want to touch on the actual tournament now, the fan experiences and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot going on this year. You know, of course, they actually have a new event this year. I believe it's starting on Friday. It's the spectator passport. Okay. So it's like a little bit of a, I guess it's a scavenger hunt. So you go to
kind
these
of
locations.
around the world, around the location, around the woodlands.
Yeah, around the woodlands. I like that. Around the woodlands. So let's name some of these. One of my favorites from last year, the Chevron STEM Zone, the LPGA Fan Quest, which is what Accenture is doing across the way. So make sure you come here. Of course, my personal favorite, the Inspiration Dome. You know,
Okay, he's a little biased, y'all. He's a little biased.
But enough about that. I know you had some great talking points on some players that you wanted to touch on.
Yes, so we have 3 current fan favorites right now. Me as well as a few of my teammates were able to sit in on some of their interviews. So the number 1, we have So-Yeon Ryu. She is a favorite because she talks about faith. She talked about how in the game of golf, it could be very lonely. And actually, she announced her retirement. So, and she was saying that her faith had a lot to do with that. She prayed about it a lot. She talked to God a lot and just believed that it was the best decision for her.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's incredible. I did not know that until you just said that. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, happy retirement to her. I hope she actually does get that. You might have just made her my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I know one of the players on your list was Leela Vu. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Leela Vu. And I know she won last year.
Yes.
And I wasn't expecting her to actually get the win, you know. I had, of course, my favorite last year, of course, was Lexi Thompson, of course, because I actually got to get that interview. She was a great interview. She's back this year as well. So to see her get the win last year was exciting. I saw, of course, we missed it in person, but we saw her jump into the water, you know, the tradition. So I'm excited. What are some of your pointers for her?
Lily Vu, well, actually, she kind of surprised me because one of the questions they were asking, you know, given that you won in this tournament last year, how do you plan on using those skills and the things that you learn to better
Mhm.
yourself this course. And she said, I don't want to focus on last year. It's about
Wow.
moving forward. So I think that's going to be very good because you usually don't hear that. Usually
Yeah.
people, okay, well, I learned from my mistakes. It's the same course, a little bit different design. So I'm gonna use that to move forward. But she actually was like, nope, I'm not even looking at last year. 2024 is a new year, new me.
And I'm
So
not gonna lie, that's a sign of a great athlete, in my
yes,
opinion.
very
Like,
much so.
at the end of the day, you celebrate that championship win
Mhm.
in that moment, but you have to get back to the grind. This
Yep.
is the first major of the year for the LPGA. So while it's sweet to win this, and the purse also went up, so they're winning $7.2 million this year. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's a lot of money.
I thought it was 5.2. Wait a second.
Yeah, I believe it's 7.2 now. I might have to check myself afterwards and
No,
get
I
off the
saw
air.
7.2,
You did?
but
Yeah, so just
my
that's a sign of a
goodness.
great athlete,
Yes, it is.
like leaving it in the past. Like, yeah, it's great to win, it's sweet in
Mhm.
the moment, but it's time to get back to the grind. It's just the first
Exactly.
major of the year. You want to win multiple.
Yeah, for sure. And then the last fan favorite, of course, is Nelly Corda.
Mhm.
She's kind of the one that everyone's betting on winning. She kind of has the physique for it. And actually, one of her competitors, they were like, well, she has like a foot on me and she has like 10 years on me. So she'll probably win. So I don't know. I just think it's nice to see that even though it's competitive sport, everyone in their interviews were so respectful and they gave each other praise. So that's what I really like to see. They were just very graceful with one another. So, good luck to Nelly Corda. She's the most promising. We'll definitely be following her.
Yeah, and that's just what the game of golf is. It's very
Yeah.
respectful. It's very classy.
Yes.
And that's something I've always admired, especially since last year, as I've learned more and more about the game of golf.
Mhm.
Fans, you will also have a chance to learn more about the game of golf as we
Yes.
get deeper into the show. We have a lot of exciting stuff for y'all this year. I mean, I can hardly name everything because
Yeah.
this year is just going to be so much more incredible because we have so much planned for y'all this year. I mean, we have a golf 101 recap with the LPGA, one of the LPGA dignitaries, Milana Dotch, and the head coach at PV of men's and women's golf, Coach Misha Leverster. We have one of those. Lakeside in Zone 4. I've been getting amazing content so far. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, and to bring it back to how they'll be able to learn the audience,
Mhm.
they actually have a trivia game.
They do.
So they'll
They
be able to
do.
learn a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
You're learning while we're learning.
Oh yeah,
It'll be fun.
this gonna be a good little 4-day broadcast.
It will.
I'm excited for y'all. We had so much fun last year that we even expanded another hour. So instead of 6, we're going for 7, and that just means more content for y'all. So and before we wrap up here, I just want to say welcome back to you as well.
Yes, welcome back to you.
We are the main host once again. We did it last year, so we doing it again. So we have something nice in store for y'all. We're gonna throw it to Lakeside in a minute. Yes, Lakeside is back. They're ready. We have a great team out there led by Kelsey Brown, Drake Stokes. So we're gonna go to them in a second. Please stay tuned for more KPVU TV at the Chevron Championship.
Good morning. I'm Sylvia B.
I'm Malaysia B.
And I'm Kennedy B.
And greetings from Lakeside.
Lakeside.
We are Zone 4, the Sessions.
And we are here at the LPGA Chevron Championship.
We have something special stored for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys excited for today?
I am so excited, y'all. Ooh, I'm so excited to see these vendors. Cause y'all, I heard they got a smash burger vendor.
I
What?
also heard that you can create your own shoes. Yeah.
Create your own shoes. Gotta stop by there. I also heard there's a place where you can go swing a golf club. And, I'm going to go out there and swing. Learn me a few golf lessons, Mm-hmm.
We are so excited to be on this beautiful course today, to see all the people and all the winners that'll be. I heard you win, the ladies win 5.2 million or...
That's some money right there, boy. Man, if I could use 5.2 million.
Sylvia, what would you do with that 5.2?
Maybe buy my own golf course.
Okay.
What about you, Elijah?
Ooh, y'all gonna find out later today, though. Y'all gonna find out later today what I'm gonna do with my 5.2. But, ooh, y'all, this is a great experience. I'm so happy to be out here, y'all. Honestly, like, just being able to show off my expertise, just being able to talk to the people who are out here and seeing what they can do, seeing what they came to do, basically.
And I know later in the show we're going to talk about networking opportunities and the type of experience that we are immersed with just being here on the Chevron Championship golf course, and just being media students and being KPVU TV students, and just learning the way that we are supposed to be when it comes to being in settings like this.
Yeah. So what is y'all whole perspective? What is y'all take on this? How do y'all feel?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. It may sound like I'm a little nervous. That's because we're new. We're new here. This is our first year here with KPVU TV at the Chevron Championship, and I'm just excited. That's the first thing I want to say. I'm excited to see the people, but I'm also excited to see what I'm gonna learn this week.
Right.
This is a learning experience for all of us. What about you, Elijah?
Honestly, this being my first time being out here, I'm just loving and taking in everything that I can. It's just a learning experience, honestly. Like what you said, this is a learning experience for me, just to being able to learn what I would do in a professional setting, basically. But Kennedy, how about you?
I mean, I really feel like this is a good experience for me because I'm young and it's opportunities, networking. I really feel like this is something good to, put down on your resume. No shade, but yeah.
But later on, Zone 4 has something special for you guys. We're going to be talking about the importance of networking. We're going to talk about fit checks and what people have on these golf courses. And what else, Elijah?
We're also going to be asking everybody what their hype song is. Like, what was y'all's hype song? What would y'all say is y'all's hype song that's going to get you pumped up out there on the courses?
My hype song? Anything Megan Thee Stallion that's upbeat, it's just gonna get me going. Or Beyonce, it's just gonna get me going. It's something about that song that just makes me want to get up and just do something productive with my life. What about you, Sylvia?
I would say A Lovely Day by Bill Withers. Lovely Day.
That's a good song.
Lovely Day. I feel like it is
inspiring.
It feels like even if you play the song at 3:00 in the morning, it feels like the sun is out. What about you, Elijah?
Right. I would say "On My Mama" by Victoria Monet. Yeah. Y'all, that whenever I hear that song, all I want to do is just get up and dance, bust a move.
Yes. And more importantly, we're gonna have a tour about the vendors, so we might see Smash Burger, we might see something else, something that we're going to do today. I feel like it's going to be a very exciting day.
Speaking of smash burgers, what y'all think we gonna eat today? What y'all in the mood for?
I'm not sure. We'll probably have to see what the golf course gives us.
What they serving?
They serving golf balls and they serving burgers. So I'm excited to see that today. Okay.
Just thinking about it making me hungry. Yeah. But guys, it is so beautiful outside. I mean, the weather, like it feels so great. Like the breeze is just blowing through my hair. I really feel like a Disney princess out here. A Disney princess on water.
I was a little sad because when we first got here, the clouds were out. But now that we are just speaking and welcome you guys to Lakeside, the sun is beaming. We looking beautiful. Make sure that everybody got some sunscreen. I packed my big thing of sunscreen today, so make sure everybody got it and some bug spray.
Got my black girl sunscreen in my bag too. So yeah, y'all. Wait.
We have a friend in the studio with us, and we just making sure that everything is going okay. And something else about being here on Lakeside, we get immersed with the natural animals. We seen some squirrels, we seen some frogs,
we seen some deer as well, y'all.
I seen Bambi. I literally seen Bambi and her family. I was like, oh my gosh, look at Bambi, y'all. It's so crazy. But like being out there on that golf course, it's beautiful, beautiful houses. I mean, I thought I was at MTV Cribs, y'all. It was just so nice.
That's the most thing. That's one of the most things I'm excited about here on the golf course is taking a tour. I've never seen a golf course in the full thing. Like I've been to like putters and I've been to miniature golf, but just being here is a different experience.
Just being able to go around and see the scenery. It's so nice out here, y'all. Just be on the lake also. Just being able to get in the fresh air. So nice, so nice.
So what is one thing that you guys are looking forward to most this week?
I would say what I'm looking forward to most is just gaining the experience, because this is what I want to do with my future. So being out here and taking all the energy, all the experience is just what I want, what I need, you know? So how about you, Kennedy?
I don't know. I'm really like looking for opportunities, like connecting, meeting new people for like when the next year come, I know what I'm getting myself more into. What about you, Sylvia?
I think I'm looking forward to all the free things that we probably gonna get.
Yeah.
Just from looking nice and smiling and letting people know what are we doing. And I'm also excited into telling people what we are. I know we're going to get a lot of questions. Who are we? What do you guys have on? Why do you have a mic in your hand? So I'll be glad to tell people like, hey, I'm with KPVU-TV, and this is what we're doing. This is our studio. This is our home for the next few days.
Well, y'all, let's wrap it up for the day. So is next up, y'all will be watching the honors video of our oh my gosh, our honors program here at Prairie View. So stay tuned.
My name is Jasmine Jeffries. I'm a communication major with a minor in African American Studies, and I have a 4.0 GPA. What drew me to PV was actually when I visited campus, I felt like it was absolutely beautiful. The people were kind, they were helpful, and I just saw myself enjoying life here. So that's kind of what drew me to PV. And then of course, the scholarship, that was a big pull factor as well. What shocked me the most was how it felt big and small at the same time. Like Prairie View is kind of a large campus in comparison to college campus that I've been on like previously, but it still somehow feels like you can know everybody, you can be familiar with everybody, you can still have a tight-knit community here, you know, regardless of the size. So I guess it shocked me how comfortable or how easy it was to get comfortable despite how grand college felt coming from high school. Joining the honors program, I was overjoyed, mainly just because when I did my interview with the honors program, Dr. Moore and Miss Young were just very inviting. You know, it made me feel like this is gonna be easier than I thought. I felt like I was gonna have a home automatically, you know, with the honors program. So I was very, very excited. Going into it, I didn't know all that much. I just knew I had the GPA, I would have to take certain classes to fulfill the requirements. But outside of that, I didn't have many expectations. I just expected that it would be good for me. Process, you go online, you fill out an application. The application had about, I would say, 4 to 5 short answers and then full essay. And then you have to put information about yourself, like what type of courses have you taken, what's your GPA, what you want to do in life, how do you see yourself being impactful to the honor program. So essentially just a lot of writing and then doing an interview. I would say anyone who thinks they want to join the honors program and they're in high school, just go look on the honors program website and look at what the expectations are to make sure you set yourself up for success. Favorite memory, probably the trips. I've gone to 3 conferences with the honors program. The first one was the White House HBCU Scholar Conference. The second one was the Texas HBCU Conference, and the third one was HBCU Rising Scholars. Those are fun because you just get to go to different places and you get to experience life and each other outside of like this bowl of PV. And you get to network, and also it's free, so it's cool to just have the support and the resources to experience new things through honors. The purpose of the honors program is to create an environment for students to push themselves academically, essentially to like see what they want to do outside of a classroom. I think it's important because when you're in class, like sometimes you only see the book, you only see the worksheet or the test, and you see like information as linear, like you're only here to get a grade and to get out. But through the honors program, you're forced to see yourself like outside the classroom. Like I'm a student, but I'm also a young adult who wants to be well-rounded. I'm a student, but I'm also, you know, preparing to be impactful and possibly change the world. So I would say that's the point of the honors program, is to create those environments for growth outside of the classroom. The honors program, it basically means that you're more than you think. Everything you ever dreamed and imagined for yourself, if you advocate for that, you can accomplish it. One of my biggest accomplishments at PV so far and through the honors program has been organizing TEDx PVMU for 2023 and 2024. So the process for that was when I came into the honors program, I heard about TEDx PVMU. Kendall Lemons and Taylor Owens were organizing it at the time, and those were 2 honors program students. They're now PV alum. So I got introduced to the event through them. I thought that it was powerful. I thought the talks were powerful, and I just enjoyed the value it brought to my life, so I wanted to do as well. So the process for that was applying for a license. To apply for a license, you have to fill out a form with TED.com, essentially, like with your ideas. How is this event going to impact the community positively? What are your theme ideas? Things like that. Send it off. And then we got approved both times. And then from there, My favorite part actually of that was looking into the PV community, like the new branding, Excellence Lives Here, I feel like was truly exemplified through the work with TEDx PVMU, because you're looking at what is at PV and what has come from PV, you know, specifically alums for TEDx PVMU, that's what we try to focus on. And then you're getting to bring those people here and create a platform for other PV students to see, like, people from this school are doing amazing things. Other things I've accomplished on campus generally, I would say with class council, junior class council specifically, because I'm junior class vice president, we've created a space for transfer students to get better acclimated to PV. So far we've had 2 transfer events, and that's really powerful to me because I know it's difficult moving from place to place, moving from school to school. I did that a lot growing up. Being able to create that space in college, like, oh, now you know your shuffle. Oh, now you know all the chants, so that you're not sitting in the basketball game, you know, looking around like, oh, I go here, but I feel so separate. Like, creating those spaces at PV, such as a transfer event, has been something else I've been able to accomplish. One last thing I would say is getting the seasoning rack in the MSc, because we needed it. So, yeah. Something that I would love to see from the honors program is creating the spaces that honors program students get outside, like for students outside of the program. Kind of how I was talking about in the beginning, how it's a really powerful opportunity to see yourself or see what you want to do outside of a classroom. And I don't see that many other places on campus outside of the honors program, but I do think that it's something every single student anywhere in the entire world should have the opportunity to experience. So that's something that I hope to see, is replicating the spaces that we get to experience outside of the program so that everybody can see their value and benefit from them. I think a common misconception about the honors program is that you have to take 10 million extra classes to be in it. I think that a lot of times when I talk to people, they're like, oh no, I don't have room on my schedule for all these additional courses, and so I won't be in the honors program. But it's not like that at all. You just take Spanish and honors colloquium, and from there, it's like other program to help you, but it's not extra class. So that is a common misconception. And then another thing, which I feel like is just a misconception generally about anything honor, is that it's only like school book study. You know, like the honors program, it's a group of college students with a lot of depth. With, you know, we like to laugh, play games, you know, play cards, taboo, all the stuff that anybody else does. Just because you're an honors student or you're in the honors program, or, you know, you put a high value on your success in class, you know, we still people. For me personally, the honors program has prepared or helped me prepare, because coming into college, I didn't know what I wanted to do exactly, which I think is something a lot of students experience, but we don't speak to as much. Like, I knew I was a comm major, and I was thinking about, oh, maybe I would do documentaries, or maybe I would do public relations, or maybe I would do marketing. I didn't know, but I feel like the honors program has helped me define that through all the experiences I've gotten. And so now I have a better idea at the very least. So I feel like that is the main preparation for me. Some advice I would give someone trying to be in the honors program is to stay curious and to be passionate. If you are curious, you're gonna ask questions, you're gonna wanna know more, you're gonna wanna retain more, and that in itself will translate to the classroom, to your grades to help you get the GPA and the extracurricular involvement that you're looking for. And then just be passionate, you know, be lively. I think the curiosity piece is the main point, like want to know more. And when you want to know more, it will help you, you know, get to all the other checkpoints that someone may need to have to be in honors. Like, for example, when you want to know more, when you're curious, I kind of already explained, okay, you're gonna get the GPA. When you want to know more and you're curious and you see something going around on your campus, you're gonna be like, oh, let me see what that's about. Maybe I can be involved. And now you have your extracurricular involvement. You know, like just that drive to learn, if you keep that in your back pocket, it's gonna get you where you need to be in honors. If you come to Prairie View there's going to be 10 million people on your side because they want you to succeed, and they are going to use their network to push you forward. They're going to use their knowledge or maybe mistakes that they experience and give you great advice on how to move forward and be successful. And that is 1,000,000% true. I will also say that if you're not someone who, you know, wants that for yourself and reaches out and advocates for that type of guidance, then you might not get it here. So it's like, Prairie View has everything that you could ever possibly want or need from a university. The housing is comfortable. The campus is beautiful. You know, there's options for you here. And then within each major, there's students who have done amazing things in their field, and then they're coming back to work, to research, and to give it back to youth. So everything you could ever need is at Prairie View. You just have to want it and advocate for yourself so that it can find you. Lord, I don't know if I can say it in one question, but I will say that I wouldn't even be here without Prairie View. I mentioned before, my parents are both first-generation college students. They both went to Prairie View. They met here. So, like, on the most basic level, I'm a product of this school. You know, like, there's a lot of history here for me. So that in itself is powerful. You know, it means everything, honestly, to be able to, like, grow from a place that I grew from, if that makes sense. Prairie View to me is just a safe place to figure it all out. You know, like, personally, it's a safe place to grow. I would say Prairie View has a very diverse population as far as, like, interests and the types of things that people want to do, like where they see themselves. So there's something for you here. As far as your career, there's people with a bajillion different experiences that you can talk to them and learn from them. Like, it's just a safe place with a lot of support to figure yourself out. I would say for me personally, okay. So, yeah, I love Prairie View. Go PV. I don't know. Say the question again. I don't know if I hit it.
Welcome to Golf 101. My name is Bisha Levister. I'm the head men's and women's golf coach at Prairie View A&M.
And my name is Milana Dotch. I am the general manager, PGA, LPGA golf professional here at Herman Park Golf Course.
We're here at Herman Park, where Milana works and runs this place.
We're going to begin with a basic overview of the game of golf. So we are here at Herman Park Golf Course. At the golf course, when you come into the facility, we have a clubhouse. This is where you would check in for your round of golf. We also have a practice area where you're able to hit balls. There's a putting area and a chipping area to work on your short game. So when you come to the golf course, it's not all about playing. You are able to practice and work on your game. The golf course has 18 holes. It takes about 4.5 hours to play a round of golf. You are able to play 9 holes, which takes about 2 hours to complete. I'm going to pass it over to Misha, who's going to talk about par and scoring.
So par is the name of the game. So different distance holes have different par levels, and a par level is based on how many times it takes you to get to the green, and then based on the 2-putt. So if you have a par 3, it should take you 1 to get on the green, And then your 2-putt, that's a 3. 1, 2, 3. And then a par 4, kind of 1 off the tee, 1 in the middle, down 2 putts. And then a par 5 is the same, 3 shots to get to the green, 2 putts. Some places have a par 6, it really just depends, but that thing is long. So golf holes typically range anywhere from 90 yards on up to 600 yards if they need to. So, I mean, golf is fun. So when it comes to scoring, there's a couple of fun names that we call some things around here. So a par is a par, so that's you did it just like it was supposed to be as a scratch golfer. If you're -1 on a hole, so that means if you're on a par 3 and you get it in 2, that's a birdie. Tweet, tweet, baby. If you got a par 4 and you get it in 3, that's a birdie. But adversely, if you get a bogey, that's 1 over par. So plus, minus, it works. You can get double bogeys, that means you're 2 over par. You can get an eagle, that's 2 under par. So there's a lot of different terminologies. What's the best you ever had?
The best score I've ever shot is 2 under.
2 under? Okay, we love that. You ever had an eagle?
I've had an eagle, I've had an albatross.
You had an albatross?
And I've had a hole-in-one.
Ooh, I done had 2 holes-in-ones, but the albatross, let's dig into an albatross. That's a big old bird. So an albatross is 3 under on a hole. So that means you're on a par 5 and you hit it in the second shot, which the odds of that are pretty low. So that's impressive.
Yeah,
you got that one.
Very similar to a hole-in-one. On the par 3, your first shot goes in the hole, hole-in-one. So second shot on the par 5.
What is it to be a Black woman in golf? In today's age, it's progress. So to be able to coach the next generation of great golfers that look like me is important. So, you know, to help the littles come up in programs like Milana Runs and those things, it's transcending. So kind of to be a trailblazer in the game, it's a lot of pressure and there's been a lot that I've had to go through, but it's special. So to be able to change my legacy from thinking that I was going to be the greatest African-American tour player there was to trying to breathe the next is, to me, is one of the most important things. And that'll be my legacy when my time on earth is done.
I think we're in, the same arena, of course, growing the game of golf and being a Black woman in golf, but we're at 2 different points that are contributing. You're at the college level and I'm working with girls 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, trying to get them to where you are, to be a student of yours. And so here we have Journey Through 18, which is a foundation that was created to provide a community for girls to learn to play the game of golf. And so we focus on teaching the girls, of course, how to play golf, but life skills and leadership skills that they would need as they grow into young women. And so we try to get, college players in front of the girls so they can see, what they have, can see what's in front of them. They continue to play golf, they can play in college for free, they can get a scholarship. They can get into the golf industry. And so we try to put these in front of the girls. And so it's important because I didn't have that growing up, which is why Journey Through 18 was created, to make sure we provide this community for girls.
And it's also absolutely important for the student athletes to be back in front of your girls, because at the end of the day, as soon as you become a Division I golfer, or any golfer of that matter, you become a role model. So there's a young child that is looking up to that person that looks like them and knows that they can be great or they can be at that level. So it keeps the push, and then that little girl can bring in her friend, and then that's how we transcend the game to look a little different.
And it continues. That cycle continues, and we're bringing in new girls consistently to keep the game growing. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about the golf course itself and the layout of a typical hole. So there are 18 holes on a golf course, par 3s, par 4s, and par 5s. So when you get to the golf course and you get to your first hole, you're going to start, like the starting point or the starting line is called a tee box. And so this is the area where you would tee your ball up to hit your first shot. Once you tee off, your ball should go into the fairway, which is the lowest cut part of the grass on the hole. So you want your ball in the fairway area. Once your ball's in the fairway, you hit your next shot. Hopefully you hit it onto the green. Once your ball lands on the green, from there you would putt until you get the ball into the hole. If you 2-putt, then that means you made a 4, which is part of that hole. There are other areas that you would not want to get into that can give you potential hazards or penalty strokes. and Misha's going to cover those.
So there's places you don't want to be on the golf course, things that negatively affect you. So one place you got is called a bunker, and that is like going to the beach. It's in the sand, difficult to get out of, can't ground your club. There's also hazards like the water. So you're not safe, you know, if you see some water and it goes over the red line or the yellow line, that's going to cost you some strokes, which adversely takes your score up. There are other waste areas. What else are there? There are a lot of stuff. Out of bounds. Oh, that's a big one. So you can't hit nobody's house in golf. I mean, out of bounds means it's off the golf course, and baby, you got to tee that back up. I think that's about it. The bad parts. I think trees. You got trees. Don't be behind a tree. But other than that, you know, fairways, greens. That's kind of what you're looking for.
They're going to be obstacles, you know. So it's always not a straight shot, clear open shot from the tee box to the green. There'll be times where you have to. Is a dog leg to the right, the whole bends to the right, or the whole bends to the left, or it goes uphill. So you have to be able to play those shots to get to the green.
Other things that can affect your ball or your ability to golf is wind. That rain. Golf is an outside sport. Remember that. It's just not like Top Golf where you're covered and stuff like that. Golf is outside, as you can see. In golf, when you get to the golf course, you can either get it from, you can get a scorecard. This is a little scorecard here. You can get this from on the cart. If you're taking a cart, you can get it from typically on the first tee. You can also get it from by the counter when you check in. And then they also give you a little pencil, it's a little baby pencil, nothing too crazy. On the scorecard, you'll find a couple things. A lot of times you'll find where it's at, where the golf course is. A lot of times you'll find a course layout, any local rules that may be on it. They give you your pace of play, your etiquette. Pretty much all the things, the basic knowledge that you need about the golf course if you've never played it before. And then if you flip to the other side, that's where you'll start being able to record your score.
So on the inside of the scorecard here, you have the pictures going across the top of the card, which gives you a visual of what each hole looks like. Under that are the hole numbers. There are 18 holes on a golf course, so you'll see numbers listed 1 through 18, and then you'll see a color. So out here, these colors represent the tee boxes.